Hey y'all, I'm Karen Mayer Cunningham, the special education boss. If you've ever felt confused, overwhelmed, or just plain frustrated at the 504 IEP table, you are in the right place. Every week, I'm breaking down the rules, the rights, and the realities of special education so you can walk into meetings informed, empowered, and ready to make real change. And whether you're a parent, a teacher, an advocate, a school-based member, or somebody who's just trying to do right by a student, this podcast gives you straight talk, real answers, and tools that you can use immediately. I'm not here to play politics. I'm not here to play sides. I'm here to train people who sit at the table and teach you how to follow the law, ask the right questions, and protect the rights of students. So go ahead and hit subscribe, share this with a friend, and you know what? Meet me back here every single week. We're not just talking about change. We're making it. Because when you know better, you do better. And when we get it right for the child, we get it right for everybody. Have you heard from the school that they've invited you to an IEP meeting and this is the only time you can meet? Have you heard that? You know what I heard today? We're having a meeting tomorrow that you wanted. Let's talk about meetings and the legal obligation of a school district to the parent of an individual with a disability. So number one, we meet at, say with me, a mutually agreed upon time. Say it with me, mutually agreed upon time. So that means you don't dictate the time, the school doesn't dictate the time, the principal doesn't dictate the time, the parent doesn't dictate the time. We meet at a mutually agreed upon time. So we are so thankful that ABC School District offered us 10:47 only on Tuesdays, but we may or may not be available. Certainly, we're going to make ourselves available as quickly as possible because IEP meetings are important, but do not get wrangled into we have to meet at this time. I got an email today that a school district said they only meet on Fridays. That's going to be a problem because then you're denying the parent meaningful participation in the IEP process. Part of the process is getting to the table. We have 180 on average instructional days in a year. So if you say that the only time that you can have an IEP meeting is one of those days, you've removed 80% of the other options. That's not legal. And so our obligation as a school district is to collaborate with the parent and the parent to collaborate with the school. We collaborate, we co-labor, we're in labor together, right? And so when I'm asking for a meeting for a client, this is what I say. Please provide us 3 dates and times to choose from. Now, I understand school districts want to meet at 9 o'clock and 1 o'clock. Guess how many 1 o'clocks I have a week? 5, right? And so unlike the school district, I don't have another gen ed teacher to send in. I don't have another special educator. I don't have a second LSSP. I don't have another principal. So make sure that you are doing your due diligence, whatever person you are at the IEP table, to meet at a mutually agreed upon time. Also, the school has an obligation to notify the parent of upcoming meetings. What's their notification obligation? Well, their obligation is to notify the parent or parents of the student. So often I will have a client and one of the parents, possibly they have been divorced or they're not in a relationship anymore. And the non-initiated parent, the parent that didn't call the school, will tell the school district, oh, you don't have to invite him. He hasn't been involved in years. Oh, you don't have to invite her. She hasn't been around for years. Let's not do that, school district. We have an obligation to invite the parents of the child with a disability. That's part of their procedural rights and safeguards. So unless the parent or one of the parents' rights have been terminated by a judge or a court or a jurisdiction, the district has an obligation to send out that meeting invitation to all known parties. So let's say that dad and mom are divorced. Dad lives in Germany. Mom lives in Dallas. We can send an invitation to dad in Germany. We have to give them an opportunity to log on. Let's say that one of the parents of the student is participating in the criminal justice system. We still have to make every effort to invite them to participate in the meeting. Their response to that is solely on them, but we have to make a concerted effort to invite them to the meeting and wait for a response, whether that's by email, by mail, by certified mail, or by phone call. Make sure school districts you've logged those efforts and make sure that we're working together to write an IEP to enable the student to make meaningful progress in light of their unique circumstances. We'll see you guys in the next training.
hit subscribe, share this with a friend, and you know what? Meet me back here every single week. We're not just talking about change, we're making it. Because when you know better, you do better. And when we get it right for the child, we get it right for everybody.